Hi, this is David John Hinder of Honda. We're bringing you the Honda Civic two-door, and this is also the Touring Edition. Behind the camera is Lance Shaw. If you're getting to this video from my Facebook page, contact me, Dave Harrington. If you're getting to it from Lance's, contact me as well. Oh no, I mean contact Lance. Sorry about that, Lance. Let's talk a little bit about this car here. This is a very fun car to drive. As you can see, it's the two-door. This is the touring model. That means it has everything that they put on the Honda Civic. Now what we're going to be showing you today specifically is the Honda Sensing package that comes with it. Now what you're going to see is when we're on the road is you're going to see the car keeping it the same distance between the car in front of us when we have it on cruise control. That's called adaptive cruise control. You're also going to see when that car starts to slow down, we're going to slow down as well. And when they come to a stop, the Honda Civic is going to stop us, bring us to a complete stop. That is called the low follow function. So that's something that's only on the Honda Civic. Also what you're going to see when we're driving is what we call the lane keep assist. That's going to allow me to take my hands off the steering wheel and let the car keep us between the lines. Now this is not meant to replace the driver. We don't recommend you let your hands off, take your hands off the wheel, take your foot off the brake and just go to town. But it is there to be a backup for safety, also to help reduce driver fatigue on long roads. Let's go ahead and show them the specs on this car. Alright, let's go for a ride. Alright, now we're sitting inside the Honda Civic. I'm going to point out a few items on the controls. These are functions that I'm going to be utilizing while we're driving. I'll use the laser to point them out here. Right here, there's a car that has a few lines. That's actually depicting the radar that's used to keep us the right distance. You'll have 4 distance settings that you can choose from. Just depending on what you're comfortable with. We're going to go with a mid-range when we're using the adaptive cruise control, so what we'll do is harsh to stop. The next button right here shows a car with some dashed lines. Those are depict the lines on the road. That's actually the lane keep assist, and we'll be activating that also. Now to start it out, you push the main button. That actually brings up on the front controls display. It has ACC for adaptive cruise control and LKAS for lane keep assist. I'll turn it off. Now I'll just go ahead and turn it back on. So you turn that on when you want it. Get in close here. That's off. Then you press it again. You can see it pops on. Now when I do the lane keep assist, it shows the dashed lines. That just means that the car's not seeing any lines. So once we're driving, it will actually, and it sees lines, those dashed lines will fill in, and that means it has engaged the lines of the car. Now to set the adaptive cruise control, I would press the car with the dash, with the lines in front of it, and then I would hit set. That's actually letting it know I want adaptive cruise control, just not regular cruise control. If I just want to use standard cruise control, then I'm just going to press the set button like you would any other. I just got to measure cruise control cannot be set. So we also have a lane keep, lane departure mitigation and warning system. What that is when you go outside the lines, the car is actually going to vibrate the steering wheel, move you back into the lines. You get a warning first. So let's go ahead and take this out on the road and get buckled up here. I'll show a couple other things real quick before we get started. This is your backup camera. That's the wide view. You have a narrow view, and then you have a straight down. Nice thing about the backup camera is you turn your steering wheel, the lines turn with you to show you where you're going to go. So as you come to trust this, if there were cars, I was trying to park between cars, you can actually tell where you're actually fitting in. The other thing this car has is when I turn on the turn signal, the right turn signal, it turns on your right camera to show your blind spot. This red line is the us 10-20. I can also engage that to be on the whole time. If I'm driving in rush hour traffic and I don't think I'm gonna have a lot of time to throw on a right turn signal, there's a button at the end of your the turn signal yoke, and you just push that button. It turns on the camera, and I can keep that on the whole time I'm driving, so should I choose to do so. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off for now. While we're getting out on the road, a couple of things here. This has very nice laid out controls on the steering wheel. Here's your volume control right here. Very easy to find. And this is a very fun car to drive. I'm not even in sport mode. It's got quite a bit of pickup. Now we're going to get on 79, hopefully get behind some cars and show you how this works. I've already got the lane keep assist on. Caught by the light. Maybe catch up with some people here in a second. Throw this into sport mode, shift to sport mode, a little bit more pickup. Alright. I'm going to slow down, let this car that's over on our left side get in front of us. I'm going to get behind them and set our adaptive cruise control. Set. Now on the display you'll see it has a car that's filled in. That means that it actually sees the car in front of us, and the lanes are filled in, so it sees the lanes. So I actually have my feet off the brake and not touching the steering wheel. Now it's telling me steering required because it's not seeing the line, so I'm going to go ahead and take over here for a second. It's got the lines back now, so I can let go. It's actually making the turn for us. Hopefully we'll catch this light red up here and we'll let the car bring us to a stop. Let's pick up the speed a little bit so we can catch up with that car. Lost sight of the line, so I had to take over. The car up front is slowing down because there is we're coming up on a red light, so we're going to start to see actually this car bring us to a stop. My feet are not on the brakes and we're coming to a complete stop. There you go, folks.